Okay, hello and welcome again to the quiz show in Chennai. We have our three finalists. What we'll do first is just we'll do one quick 1 minute intro of all of you. Aditya, let's start with you. Like anything, your intro can have anything.
Hi everyone, my name is Aditya Pahad Singh. So last time I was here, I was a final year college student. Now I am working as a software developer. So YouTube audience is also looking at my career trajectory video by video now.
Yes.
So hoping to have a good quiz and.
Wow. Who was your partner in the quizzing community?
KK.
KK. Did you guys win?
Yes, we did.
Oh wow! Welcome back, Aditya. Big round of applause for Aditya. Well done. Woo!
Sitting in the. Oh,
Go
thank you.
Pahad. Yes. Aditya, maybe we'll come back. We'll keep coming back to Chennai only to see where your career is going.
Oh, yeah.
Just to be
Hopefully.
like.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Vishnu, quick intro.
Hi, my name is Vishnu Arvind. So I've been in Chennai for quite some time, and how I came to know this is yesterday I was seeing Book My Show, and I went to the last picture of Book My Show, and that was this quizzing picture, and I was like, what is happening here? I thought it was a stand-up comedy show of sorts.
Yeah.
I came here, they gave me a piece of paper, and I've been like, what is this happening here? And I just sat down. There's this history.
Wow, and you're on stage. What is happening here, Vishnu? Crazy. Wow, big round of applause for Vishnu.
Thank you.
Vishnu was fantastic. And request to Book My Show that you can push thoda little up. Okay, we have Anjana. Yes, Anjana.
So hi, I'm Anjana. I'm quite surprised that I'm here. I've made it till here. So I've been in Chennai for almost 15 years now, and I work in the most hated department of any organization, which is human resources. So I guess I lose points for that alone.
I'm a doctor, so you can keep your point.
Okay, we have a doctor, we have an HR person, Aditya, who is a fresh software developer. And we'll start the finale with you guys. Okay? Okay, Aditya, Vishnu, Anjana. Let's begin. We'll start with Aditya. The first round, the order will be Aditya, Vishnu, Anjana. Second half, the order will be Anjana, Vishnu, Aditya. Okay, first question to Aditya. We come to the world of sports. Okay? In 1966, businessmen Sam Shulman and Eugene Klein, who owned the San Diego Chargers from the AFL, were awarded an X franchise for Seattle. So X is the league. Okay? The first major league sports franchise in the city. Shulman named the team Y as a nod to the city's ties to the aviation industry, with Boeing having recently been awarded a contract for a Y project. So recent in mid-1960s, not now. After the 2007-8 season ended, the team relocated to Oklahoma City, where they now play as Oklahoma City Thunder. So this team does not exist now. Okay, identify the team and the league that we are talking about. Obviously, there are more points, just to clarify, for the team, lesser point for the league. We'll start whenever Aditya is ready. Okay, so just to make it very clear, the team was called, of course, Seattle something.
So X is the sport and Y is the name of the team, right?
X is the league within the sport.
Oh, X is the league. Okay,
X is like IPL.
X is NBA.
Okay.
Okay, so X is NBA and Y is. So when you say Y project, like what exactly?
So in mid-1960s, Boeing was awarded a project for something. Okay, so in mid-1960s, it was a new thing, so to speak. And aviation, etc., etc.
No idea. Jets.
Okay, Seattle Jets. No, passing to Vishnu.
So that team doesn't exist now.
No,
The team name also doesn't exist now.
this team doesn't exist. There might be other teams
Okay, fine.
which are called this.
X is NBA. I'm guessing Y is Seattle Airships.
No, passing to Anjana.
Is Y Concords by any chance?
Not Concord, but a very good guess actually. Okay, no, but you're very close. We'll take one more round, starting with Aditya. So NBA is correct. So it is / was an NBA team. Anjana was on a very good track. Okay, think of aviation, but think of what new thing would have come in aviation mid-1960s, where Boeing would have been awarded a project, and which also might sound like a good team name to have. Like it can't be like Seattle low-cost airline, you know what I mean? something technical. A little bit more technical. Should I add something or you guys have some you have a good guess in your mind? Okay. Aditya?
Zeppelins?
Not Seattle Zeppel. Going to Vishnu?
Guessing Seattle Supersonics.
Yes! First correct full answer of the quiz is here. We are talking about Seattle Supersonics, and that used to be their logo. And then, of course, there is the Space Needle in the third logo. And next was NBA. Okay. So we'll give some points to Aditya first for getting NBA first. So, but like I said, NBA is of course the easier part. So 3 points there to Aditya for NBA. And then it became a 5-pointer, and when it came to Vishnu, it had become 6. So 6 to Vishnu for Supersonics, 3 to Aditya for NBA. Works for you guys? Okay. Vishnu, you got more on this. So the next direct will be Anjana's. Okay, like that it works. Okay, Anjana, this is a fruit that we are talking about. Back in the 17th century, this fruit was a highly sought after commodity. They were impossible to grow in the UK and they had to be imported. So being presented with one at a feast was seen as a great compliment and was the crowning fruit of only the most lush feasts, a symbol of significant wealth. The Victorians, who loved subtle messages provided by symbolism, used it as a decorative element in architecture and elsewhere. What is this fruit which can be seen as a symbolism on top of a few prestigious sports trophies?
Is it a pineapple?
It is a pineapple, yes. 10 points there to Anjana. Pineapple is correct. I knew Anjana knew it like within a second of the question coming. That's why I took my nice own time to finish, because any good quizzer will never interrupt an answer. So pineapple is the correct answer, which you have seen on the top of Wimbledon's men's single trophy, Challenge Cup, Webb Ellis Trophy, Rugby World Cup. Okay. Anjana gets 10. We come to Aditya for the next direct. Aditya, 80 question. X developed from an Arabic phrase meaning the way over one's head, and then traveled through Old Spanish, Latin, and French before arriving in English. As long ago as the 1300s, English speakers used X to name the highest point in the celestial heavens, directly overhead. By the 1600s, it was being used to refer to other high points as well. Today, it is also used to describe a culminating point. What word are we talking about?
Is it zenith?
It is zenith. Yes, 10 points there to Aditya. It is zenith. Well done. It is zenith. Okay, now we come to Vishnu. Zenith, Nadir, we all know. Okay, Vishnu, this is your direct. Sounds complicated, but it's a very simple answer. The image that you see here shows a minimal imaginary cube in blue, okay, which is a 3D object that doesn't form a complete cube, but has a square shadow from 3 orthogonal directions, just as a cube. To create one, we begin by subdividing a full cube into smaller cubes. Then we systematically eliminate cubes to ensure that each column, row, and stack contains exact one small cube. A grid with this property is known as Latin square. Where have we seen a Latin square before?
The image is the exact application of sorts.
This image is just to help you visualize something.
Okay, I am guessing the Windows logo.
Not the Windows logo. Going to Anjana.
So this is a physical entity that's like you're saying we've seen this somewhere before? Because
Now I can't clarify because Vishnu already had a guess. But we'll take a round.
pass.
Okay, passing to Aditya.
Is it like a chemical molecule of sorts?
No, not a chemical molecule. Okay, we'll give a hint. Start with Vishnu again. So think cubes. So think of 2D. Think of all this in 2D. Okay, and imagine you with a pencil in your hand, and then take your imagination and see. You have a pencil in your hand. On the paper, you start seeing different cubes, but 2D. A full cube, but into smaller cubes with different columns, where you try and systematically, no? Okay, think games. We'll start with Vishnu.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, I'm guessing Tetris.
Not Tetris. Going to Anjana.
That was going to be my guess as well. It's not a Rubik's cube.
Not a Rubik's Cube. Going to Aditya.
Is it Jenga?
No. Okay. I kept saying 2D, 2D, 2D. So it can't be. And pencil in your hand, how will you play Tetris
Can-
and everything?
Can
Okay.
I go again?
No, no.
For-
Talking about Sudoku, of course, there are different a 2D representation of what we were saying. One cube, different cubes. Cool. Okay, nobody got any points for this, which means we come back to Vishnu. Okay, Vishnu, the answer is x of y. Your answer will be x of y. X of y was destroyed on two different occasions. The original X branch was located at the royal palace at Y, near the harbor. When Julius Caesar intervened in the civil war between Cleopatra and Ptolemy XIII, Caesar set fire to the ships in the harbor. It is believed that this fire spread to the X and completely destroyed it. The second branch of the X was located inside a temple dedicated to the god Serapis. In 391 CE, Roman Emperor Theodosius declared Christianity the only legal religion of Rome and ordered all pagan temples to be destroyed. The temple of Serapis at Y was completely destroyed, and with it, the second branch of the X. What are we talking about? And your answer will be in this format, X of Y. Okay.
I'm guessing Gardens of Babylon.
No, passing to Anjana.
Is it Library of Alexandria?
Yes, perfect answer. Beautifully, beautifully done. Library of Alexandria. Perfect. X of Y, we are talking about the Library of Alexandria, located at the Royal Palace at Alexandria, and second branch of the library. Aitya, you know this, no? Yeah, I could see you waiting, but Anjana spoiled your plans. 11 points there to Anjana for this, which means the next direct will come to Aditya. Aditya, laugh it up fuzzball. The X trilogy consists of 3 episodes of the American animated sitcom X. The episodes are a crossover and parody retelling of the original Star Wars trilogy. The trilogy was released in December 2010. X, now the hint for the show. X centers around a dysfunctional family and their anthropomorphic pet dog. Set in the fictional city of Quahog, the show exhibits much of its humor in the form of metafictional cutaway gags that often lampoon American culture. IDX.
I'm gonna guess the Family Guy.
Yes.
This is Family.
Food.
Yes, that is correct. 10 points there to Aditya. Well done. It is the Family Guy, and this is the trilogy. Family Guy, Blue Harvest, something dark side. It's a trap. Okay, 10 points there to Aditya. Great quizzing so far. And I come to Vishnu with a 3-part question. This answer, I need 3 things from you. A phrase. The phrase is traditionally associated with Y's novel, so Y is the author, but it actually originated in 1291 to symbolize the union of Switzerland's 3 cantons or states when people from Uri, Unterwald, and Schweiz signed a pact promising to help one another. In 1902, the words unus pro omnibus, omnes pro uno were engraved on the cupola of the Federal Palace in Bern, which is the country's capital. Now, the author, wise use of the Swiss motto in X became one of the most famous phrases in literature. So, 3 things. First, the novel, which is X. Y is the writer, and what phrase?
So, uh, so why used X after 1902?
Not necessarily, no.
Not necessarily.
Before 1902.
I'm guessing why used Shakespeare? X. X is Julius Caesar. The phrase is Veni Vidi Vici.
No, passing to Anjana.
Pass. I don't know this at all.
Okay, passing to Aditya.
Okay, phrase is one for all and all for one.
Yep.
Now is the literature.
Translation part is done now.
Yeah.
Unus pro omnibus, one for all for one. Omnes pro uno.
Okay, wise use of the Swiss motto in X became one of the most famous phrases in literature. Okay, for the book, I'll guess it is a book and a writer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Book and a writer.
So book, I'll guess is Lord of the Flies.
Hmm.
So I'm assuming a writer is also wrong. So.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Timeline, Lord of the Flies is much recent compared to this book. This book came way back. No. Even Lord of the Flies in larger timeline is very recent. Okay, we'll start again with a hint to Vishnu. Hints I will add is this. Number one hint is I say 3 cantons coming together is a big clue. That's why I was stressing on that. Second hint for all of you is Slumdog Millionaire. That's a big hint. Okay. Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay. Three Musketeers.
And
Alexander Dumas.
yes, well done. One for all for one. 3 Musketeers. Alexander Dumas. Andre Duma. Okay, complicated point distribution, but let's try and do that. When it came to Aditya, it was a 12-point question, and one for all for one was the most important part of the question. So 6 here, and then it became a 5-point. So because when it came to Vishnu, again it came with hints, and it was a 5-pointer then, wherein he got one was already answered. He got 6 and 3. 6 to Aditya for getting all for one for all for one in the very first round, and 3 to Vishnu for Duma and 3 Musketeers. But the advantage that Vishnu has is that Vishnu gets the next direct also. Okay, Vishnu, this is your direct. One word answer. This word is derived from a Latin word meaning a bundle of sticks. This was the name given to political organizations in Italy, groups similar to guilds or syndicates. The term was associated with the ancient Roman for a bundle of rods tied around an axe, as you can see in the image also, which was a symbol of the authority of the civic magistrate that could be used for corporal and capital punishment at his command. The symbolism suggested strength through unity, like a single rod is easily broken while a bundle is difficult to break. What word do you think comes from this?
So the word is used in a political stance.
Maybe. Haven't disclosed yet. But yeah, there is, of course.
It's the name given to political organization. Pass.
Okay, passing to Anjana.
Pass.
Okay, passing to Aditya.
Is it community?
Not community. Not community. Okay. Okay. We'll start again with Vishnu. We'll make it a 5-point question. Vishnu, just think Italy and think 20th century and think, just read this again, authority. What word? Yeah, you have a guess? Okay. Political organization, Italy, and symbol of authority, which is a word now used all over the world, okay, for very commanding governments in some sense.
Think the word is Mussolini.
The word is not Mussolini's person. What word do you think? I'll still give you a chance to improve, actually. You're very close in some sense.
Okay. Muslin.
Okay. So, do you have a guess?
No,
Vishnu?
no.
Okay, Cherry. Passing to Anjana.
Fascism?
Yeah, you reached Mussolini and you didn't reach fascism. Okay, fascism or fascist. Okay, it comes from fascis. Sorry for my lisp, but it means a bunch of rods and everything. Okay, so 6 to Anjana because it came after him, passed. And Vishnu actually went very close. He went to Mussolini, but took a different direction. We're talking about fascist. Okay, fascist. Yeah. In fact, you also asked about politics in the very first round, so you were there. But yeah. Okay. Next direct will be to Aditya. Aditya, 2-word answer. It is weird how objects get their names. Take XY for example. Technically speaking, XY is actually a misnomer because XY is neither X nor a Y. It came from physicist Robert H. Dike, who used to use the phrase like the XY of Calcutta. referring to a prison cell in Fort William, Calcutta, India. Apparently, 123 out of 146 prisoners confined there perished due to dehydration and suffocation in one night. Now, more details about the cell. The cell, which was roughly 5 by 4 meters, featured just two small, heavily barred windows and was locally known as XY, as it allowed very little light and air inside. After that, the phrase became to represent any dark, suffocating, and cramped place, and now represents the object as we know today. What is the two-word answer that we are looking for?
Can you tell me like what domain this usually comes from, or?
There are hints. There are
Okay.
very obvious direct hints for the domain.
Okay. For is it a? I might be wrong, but Schrodinger's box.
Not Schrodinger's box, going to Vishnu.
I'm guessing black hole.
This is black hole of Calcutta. 11 points there to Vishnu. We're talking about black hole. Physicist, black hole. It is black hole. Black hole. Black hole. Well done. Vishnu gets 11 for this. Okay, so with that we've reached the half point of the first half of this quiz. We'll quickly do a score check. If you guys are also tracking, anybody's tracking, we can do a cross check. Aditya with 3 for NBA in the Supersonics question, 10 for Zenith, 10 for Family Guy, and 6 for One for All for One is on 29. Okay, 29. Vishnu with 6 for Seattle Supersonics, 3 for Duma and Three Musketeers, and 11 for Black Hole is on 20 points, not far behind, 29-20. And Anjana with 10 for Pineapple, 11 for Library of Alexandria, and 6 for Fascism is on 27. Oh, wow. This is an extremely close quiz. Aditya leading with a very, very small margin right now with 29. Anjana right behind with 27 and Vishnu right behind with 20. Okay, so within one question, all three of you are there. So it's anybody's game. We'll start the second round now. The order will be Anjana, Vishnu, Aditya. Okay, we are starting with football question. In the 1958 FIFA World Cup, Brazil had to win their final group game against USSR to be sure of progression to the last 8. Concerned by the reports of the supreme fitness of Soviet players, Brazilian manager Vicente Fiola decided to intimidate them with Brazilian skills from the off. Before leaving the dressing room, he instructed his star playmaker, Didi, that the first pass goes to X. Under 20 seconds, the ball was with X. What followed was called by former French footballer and commentator Gabriel Anot and many other people as the greatest 3 minutes of football ever played. I just want you to name the player who is regarded by some as the greatest dribbler ever in football.
Just a very wild guess. Is it Pele?
No, but good that you're taking guesses. Going to Vishnu now. Not Pele.
1958. Pass.
Okay, passing to Aditya.
Is it Garincha?
It is Garincha, yes. We've known from our last episode that Aditya knows his football. Garincha, it is the greatest dribbler ever. 12 points there to Aditya. It is the one and only Garincha, Brazilian legend, with another slightly popular player from neighboring country. Okay.
He's not for handball, no? Not football.
Nice. Nice. Handball legend.
I
Sorry.
was confused between Zico and Garincha,
Zico
but
and
the
Garincha.
dribbler one.
Fair confusion. Yeah, the great 58 team. Okay, back to Anjana for the next direct. Anjana, in 2001, the Grand Mufti of Saudi Arabia, who is the highest religious authority in the kingdom, issued a fatwa banning this franchise. It claimed that the franchise promoted Zionism by displaying a 6-pointed star that resembles the Star of David, as well as other religious symbols such as crosses, they associated with Christianity, and triangles, they associated with Freemasonry, and encouraged gambling in the games due to the inclusion of gambling elements, which is a violation of Muslim doctrine. Which popular franchise did they ban?
Is it the Da Vinci Code?
No, not the Da Vinci Code. Going to Vishnu?
Is there a six-pointed star? Right. So, is the field of the answer given in the question, or should we figure it out?
Yeah, no, the field is not given yet.
Okay, I'm guessing AC Milan.
Oh no, coming to Aditya,
Barcelona.
passing?
Barcelona.
Oh, no, no. Okay, we'll start by hint, and I'll take a cue from what Vishnu said, so I'll narrow down the area in which you need to think. So think of video games, and think of animated series, films also, actually, films. Um, and should I add a little bit more?
Block.
Okay. No. Sorry. Sorry, Anjana. So I'll just repeat what I said. I said animated, think video games primarily, and animated series, think film, and like really popular franchise, which are video games. And we'll start whenever Anjana is ready. Okay.
Sorry, just quick question. So is it just video games, animated films, or is it like some books also which are included in this?
No, no. This is the primary reason you would know this. Is because of video games and all this. Okay. So the primary reason we all know this is video games and gaming. It's not that they do something else, but they also do video games.
So just before she answers, can I clarify something? Yeah. So when you say gambling in the games, is it inside the video game or around the video game? Like, you get
What
what I
I
mean?
would say is, don't think gambling. Like, don't think of a game which is known for gambling. It's a game which everybody can play, and gambling is not really one of those things, but they might have found something around gambling. Are you still sure? Should I add more hints? No, we can.
No, it's fine. Add.
So think Japan.
Okay.
Now I'll stop.
It's not Pokemon, is it?
Pokemon. It is Pokemon. Yes. It took a while, but we've reached Pokemon. Okay, 5 point there to Anjana. It is Pokemon. They banned Saudis. They banned Pokemon because they thought it promotes Zionism with things like this. 6-pointed star. Also does a lot of other crosses and Christianity and everything. Okay. Okay. 5 point there for Pokemon, and we come to Vishnu for the next step. Vishnu, there is a phrase X, which is an acronym of the phrase this. So you can either give me an acronym or the phrase. Now let's get into the details of the phrase or acronym. Is a characterization of opposition by residents to proposed developments in their local area, as well as support for strict land use regulations. It carries the connotation that such residents are only opposing the development because it is close to them and they would tolerate or support if it were built farther away. The residents are often called X's. So X is the acronym, and their viewpoint is called Xism, acronym and ism. Some examples of projects that have been opposed by X's include housing development, high-speed rail lines, incinerators, sewage treatment systems, and nuclear waste repository. What acronym, or you can tell me the full form also, or the phrase we are talking about?
I have a couple of guesses, but residents are often called X's.
People say they are X's because of the phrase. For example, if the phrase is IDGAF, okay, then they are known as the IDGAFs, or the viewpoint is called IDGAFism, like that.
I don't have exactly a guess, but say, is it elitism?
No. Going to Aditya.
Pass.
Okay, passing to Anjana.
Pass.
Okay. What we'll do for second round now is I'll give you the acronym. You just expand the acronym. Okay. So the acronym is NIMBY. Okay. NIMBY.
NIMBY.
So they are known as NIMBY people. The residents are often called NIMBYs. Their viewpoint is called NIMBism. And now just think that what they are trying to do. They are trying to oppose things that are happening near their house. What is the phrase that they would say while they are opposing this. I'll repeat the acronym NIMBY. Okay, with that in mind, if you want to read the question again, the first para. Opposition by listening to propose developments in their local area as well as...
Are the blanks indicative or?
Yeah.
Now in my now in my boy see, it made sense until now in my now in my blank. I don't want to complete it because it's not going the right way.
Sorry. Just repeat your final guess once.
Now in my brotherhood. I'll stop with now in my dash dash.
So your final guess is now in my dash dash.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Passing to Aditya.
Is it not in my backyard?
Not in my backyard. Not now in my... You can do all this shit, but not in my backyard. Okay, NIMBY. Not in my... Not in my backyard. 6 points there, but I feel... Should we give something to Vishnu also? No? Okay.
Don't give me anything.
Sorry, dear. 6 points there to Aditya for not in my backyard. Okay. Which means the next direct will now come to Anjana. Okay. According to a study, children in the areas where X was used, so just to clarify, I need a 2-word answer. X was used have been affected with multiple health problems, including cleft palate, mental disabilities, hernias, and extra fingers and toes. In the 1970s, high levels of dioxin were found in the breast milk of South Vietnamese women and in the blood of US military personnel who had served in Vietnam. The most affected zones are the mountainous area along Truong Song, which is Long Mountains, and the border between Vietnam and Cambodia. Now the big clue, although colorless, X was named after the color of the strip of the barrel in which it was stored. What is X? I'm looking at a 2-word answer.
It's not tear gas, is it?
What's your guess?
Tear gas? No.
Not air gas. Going to Vishnu?
I'm guessing nerve gas.
Not nerve gas. Going to Aditya?
It's Agent Orange.
Agent Orange. It needed to have a color. Like, although colorless, it was named Agent Orange because of the color of the strip of the barrel in which it was stored. We are talking about Agent Orange, notorious thing used in the Vietnam War. Okay, 12 points there to Aditya for Agent Orange. Well done. Okay, back to Anjana. The invention of radar and its implementation to round up forces and deploy them by huge dowding of the Royal Air Force, RAF, came to Britain's rescue during the Battle of Britain in 1940 during the Second World War. This new type of radar technology helped pilots shoot down German enemy planes at night. But in order to keep the new technology a secret, the government popularized a myth that X was actually the reason for the dramatic increase in the success rate of their pilots. The myth, however, has propagated in modern times. What myth do you think originates in this story?
Pass.
Passing to Vishnu.
Okay, this is the myth that I'm guessing. This is the myth that carrots are makes your eyesight better.
Yes, perfect. Well done. 11 points there to Vishnu. The myth is carrots improved eyesight. Okay, Vishnu gets 11. Not that it's entirely untrue. Carrots do have beta carotene and all that. But this whole propaganda that they started just really overhyped carrots' contribution to eyesight. And they said we have better eyesight because we eat a lot of carrots. And the Germans apparently believed that. Okay. Eating carrots helped improve the pilot's eyesight. 11 points there to Vishnu, which means we now come to Aditya for the next direct. Aditya, I'm talking about a famous company. It was formed by a group of 14 gunsmith members of a trade association, specifically to manufacture guns by machinery. They were encouraged to do this by the War Office, which gave the gunsmiths free access to technical drawings and to the War Office boards of ordnance, Royal Small Arms Factory at Enfield. The gun factory proved remarkably adaptable to the manufacture of something for which they are famous now. This is the origin story of which famous company?
I'm second guessing myself because of some words there. But Royal Enfield?
Not Royal Enfield. Yeah, yeah. Bas kya yaar? Going to Anjana.
That was going to be my guess as well, but can you say whether he was on the right track or not?
No, now to nothing I'll say. One guess has come.
Harley Davidson.
Not Harley Davidson. Going to Vishnu.
Guessing this is okay. What manufacture guns by
Machinery.
machinery? Guessing Levi Strauss.
No, not Levi Strauss. Okay, we'll start again with a hint to Aditya. Okay, hint is the small arms is a big hint. Like I know Aditya focused on the Enfield part, but small arms in some way is part of the answer. That's the first hint for all of you. Second hint is we know it because of a essentially it's a two-wheeler company, okay? And in India we know it mostly because of a certain type of two-wheeler, okay? One random fact I'll add that the company is now owned by Mahindra Group. Actually, Mahindra Group acquired it in 2016. Whenever Aditya is ready.
Small arms. BSA.
BSA, yes. Birmingham Small Arms. We are talking about BSA, the BSA cycle. It's pretty popular in India. BSA is a two-wheeler brand. And it's Birmingham Small Arms. That's what BSA stands for. And Mahindra acquired it to introduce. Mostly known for military cycle and hence all these clues of machinery, etc., etc. And cycle, a lot of this is always because the barrel of the cycle and the barrel of the gun essentially is the same tech, right? And that's why.
My first cycle was a BSA rocket.
Wow.
My slumdog moment.
5 points there to Aditya for BSA. Okay. We'll come to Anjana. Anjana, this is a story. X was in classroom listening to second graders complete a reading lesson when Andrew Card whispered the news to him. The press was standing behind the children in the classroom and he saw their phones and pagers start to ring. Trying not to alarm the children, X listened to the rest of the lesson, then went to another room to know more about the situation. Andrew later revealed he did not turn around and talk to me, which I was pleased. I could tell he was thinking, and then I went back to the door, looked at him again, he was still. His head was kind of bobbing up and down. The students were taking out their books to read with him. Just tell me, who are we talking about and what news is being talked about?
So this is George Bush and the 9/11 attacks.
Yes, that is correct. 10 points there to Anjana. It is George W. Bush, and the exact message that was whispered in his ear was, a second plane hit the second tower. America is under attack. Okay. Now we come to Vishnu for the next direct. Vishnu.
George Bush went itni jaldi?
अब प्लान तो कुछ आपका प्लान ही गलत है. Okay, coming to Vishnu. Vishnu, Madame Defarge or Defoe was a fictional character in A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. She was a ringleader of the Tricoteses, a tireless worker for the French Revolution, the wife of Ernest Defarge, and obsessed with revenge against the Evrémonde. In popular culture, she is believed to have partly inspired a supervillain. A film premiered early last decade, which also included this supervillain, had a scene shot at the Mehrangarh Fort in India. Which supervillain do you think is inspired by her character?
Talia al Ghul. Talia al Ghul.
No.
As in, one second, can I? She is believed to have inspired a supervillain. As in, the wife is wife of the man, or
The fictional character we are talking about, this person, and then we have the story of what the fictional character does, and a certain supervillain is in some sense partly inspired by this character.
tireless worker for the French Revolution, the wife of.
You guessed actually, Vishnu. So we'll have to pass to Aditya.
Okay.
Yes.
Just to clarify, just one word in the question. It's what is a tricot uses?
Where?
A ringleader of the... What does that word mean?
Oh, it's just a group which is who are working for French Revolution, basically.
Okay, I'm going to... I know where he was coming. Raz Al Ghul is my guess.
No, passing to Anjana.
Bane?
Bane! She inspired Bane. The character of Bane is partly inspired by her story. Beautifully done. You guys are all there. Mehrangarh was a giveaway with Dark Knight Rises. But yeah, 12 points there to Anjana. Fantastic stuff. She just made this quiz very, very interesting. Well done. Okay. Now we come to Vishnu. Vishnu, this is your direct. This is the last question of the finale. Again, etymology question looking at a one-word answer. This word X usually refers to a system of rules or guidelines, often for living a healthy life or taking a regular dose of exercise. It also refers to a regular course of action, especially of strenuous training. It comes from a Latin verb meaning to direct. The verb led to the English word X first by way of a Latin noun meaning steering or control, and then via medieval Latin referring to a set of rules. What word are we looking at? Okay. Essentially, it refers to a system of rules or guidelines. Most common usage is when you refer to living a healthy life or taking a regular dose of exercise, and also a regular course of action, especially of strenuous training. For me, I would say the first half is the big hint. Second half, if it helps, it helps. One word answer.
I'm guessing diet.
Not diet. Passing to Aditya.
I'm guessing this is regimen.
Regimen. Yes, regimen. That is correct. Well done, well done, well done. Regimen. It is regimen. But the answer is like literally the regime not equal to regimen. Okay. Yeah, we'll give it to you. Because part doesn't make any sense. Okay. 11 points there to Aditya. Yes. Because if Aditya had not gotten it, and if it had passed to Anjana and Anjana would have gotten it, then Anjana would have won this. It was so crazy. Okay, the final was not decided till the very last question. Okay, but you went here. It was damn close. Anjana had this fantastic comeback toward the end, and Aditya had a good lead earlier, and so. But this was the defining this thing. Okay, cool. That brings us to the end of the very first Chennai quiz show. It became really, really close toward the end. In fact, the question did go till the last. The match did go till the last question, but we'll take a final look at the score. We'll start with Vishnu. Vishnu had 20 in the first half. In the second half, Vishnu got 11, where he got carrots, improving eyesight. Vishnu ends on 31. But without doubt, Vishnu was the most fun participant of this quiz, especially with that NIMBY note in my highlight of this quiz. Okay, Anjana had 27 in the first half. She got 5 for Pokemon, 10 for George Bush 9/11, and 12 for Bane. Anjana ends as the runner-up on 54. And the first ever winner, and till date remains the undisputed winner because he also won the Quizzing with Convenience and You, which we did in Chennai. 29 in the first half, in the second half, 12 for Garincha, 6 for Not in My Backyard, 12 for Agent Orange, 5 for Birmingham Small Arms, BSA, and then 11 for Regimen. Aditya ends on 75 points. So the book that I've got for you, Aditya, is a book called In the Footsteps of Gandhi. Okay, this is not really a famous bestseller or anything, but I love this book because I love Gandhi and Gandhian philosophy and everything. This book is essentially by Catherine Ingram, and she has different conversations with a lot of people who have followed Gandhi, like the Dalai Lama, Desmond Tutu, etc., etc. So for Aditya Pahad, come take this. This is your prize for this episode, and look at this camera or that camera, some camera. We'll see you soon next Sunday with Aditya and 2 other contestants from Chennai. Till then, thank you so much. Thank you for watching the quiz show. Thank you guys.